Hey, everybody, this is Dr.J, Professor Spike and Kamal, streaming live
Hello.
from Long Island, New York. And we're just sitting around pre-show, chatting, telling jokes, some pretty funny ones, but I don't know if we could repeat them. I think they were some of them were a little off color, you know.
Yeah, we'll have to save it
The,
for
back, the backwards joke is,
our blue edition of
but
Dr. J.
the backwards
Spike
joke
and
could be.
Friends.
What do you think of
Oh,
the backwards joke? That one we could tell.
yeah,
Which one?
that's like a elementary school joke. It says you
Yeah,
want to hear a joke
backwards.
backward.
You
Or
want to
backwards,
hear
right.
you want to hear a joke backwards, a backwards joke. You got to
Yeah,
laugh first.
you have to
You
laugh
gotta
Laugh
first.
first.
laugh. Let's see what Andrew's laughing about.
It's
We
just
don't know, but you should be happy with MicroStrategy, right, Andrew?
yeah. MicroStrategy hit the 52-week high today.
I sold 12%
Okay,
at 580.
that's pretty
I
cool.
don't know. I just don't like its price action relative to Bitcoin. It should have been higher. So I might sell more, depending. I think Bitcoin is going to 48K, so I don't want to sell too much. And
I
then
bought I bought
once it hits 48K, I will sell a substantial amount of my Mara and Riot and MicroStrategy. You got to cash in sometime.
I guess.
Yeah.
I sold nvda today. I bought it yesterday at 452.
Really?
I sold it at 465.
You did a quick day trade. Very nice.
Not a
Yeah.
day trade. He had it about a week.
Okay.
No, I bought it yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh, really? Yesterday?
I bought it
That counts as a day
yesterday
trade.
at roughly 452 and sold it today at 465.
Very
Does that
good.
count as a day trade? We'll let
Very
our audience decide.
I bought
that's
I bought a
a-
substantial amount.
Well, one of them, Andrew.
I'm sitting on hefty profits on Anvs because I bought it in those.
Yes, Anvs is like over $10 today.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm confused. I guess I got to sell some of it. But I am sitting on pretty good profits there. Sitting on MicroStrategy profits, NVIDIA profits, all kinds of profits. Oh, you know what else I did today? You know what else I did today? What
What?
else did I do today? I wrote calls on Amazon, not a small portion of my Amazon holdings. I wrote the 152.5 call options at December 16th. You hear what I did, Spike?
No, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of.
I sold some calls on about 30% of my position in Amazon.
In Amazon. Interesting.
I sold
Okay.
a strike price of 152.5.
You're doing this before Christmas.
I got like 80 cents. That wasn't bad.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. But holding it for 2 weeks. I don't think it'll break 52.5. And if it does, I'm happy to exit
Sure.
152.5.
I mean, I'm
So
gonna be writing that till just after Christmas, I think.
Yeah. All right. So
It's really
let's.
not so. You know how many
let's
Amazon boxes are in front of my house right now?
So this is some of the moves we've made today. Kamal
Hey, Linus.
sold his NVIDIA overnight, held it overnight. I sold a small amount of MicroStrategy because I think Bitcoin, although I think it will hit the 48,000 level, I think it's a great time to take profits then. And I'm starting to take profits now because, I go out quickly, it's small. I go out gradually, I go in gradually, usually. So that's my philosophy. Linus is with us. And the Amazon calls, I just have a bad feeling about the S&P in general. I don't like the fact that it couldn't break 460 with SPYs. And if it backs away from 460, it's a little bit more. I think we could be in for a nice little correction at this point, because I mean, it went straight up from 410. So if we get a mean reversion to the mean, that would be 410 to 460. That's 50 points. 25, 435, right? I think we could pull back to around that level, 437. So let's take a look at the charts and see what that says.
Yep.
Share screen.
You might want to throw Coinbase on the list. It's one of those
We haven't looked
Bitcoin adjacent.
We haven't looked at coin in a long time. Coin. We haven't looked at coin. All right, we'll look at a few things. Start with Bitcoin. It's hot as blazes. It's so hot, it's hard to hold on. You know what I mean? You're tempted to sell because
Too hot to handle now.
it's too hot to handle. I drew the line up here at 48,000. I think it's going there. But, you know, I expected it to get there. But remember, I told you a couple of weeks ago by the end of the year. Well, like, it's a little early, earlier than I thought. But, you know, if it hits 48,000.
Those are two very big green candles. Those are really big.
If it does hit 48,000, I think it'll pull back. Maybe not, but I think it will. Ultimately, it's going to take, but when? I don't think on this run. I think we'll have a pullback. So that's my thinking on Bitcoin. 48,000 is a decent time to take profits, and I will continue to trim. I trimmed today on MicroStrategy. I didn't touch Mara. I didn't touch Riot. I sold my Hut. Hut? All right. So what should we look at next? Anybody have any comments?
I might as well look at coin now, just since we're doing it.
Anybody have any comments about this chart on Bitcoin? Where you think it's going? Does it have legs?
You know, it is looking parabolic. So there's going to be I think there's going to be some sort of moderation or mediation.
Yeah, I mean, we could pull back. There's many places we could pull back to, but 39,587 is one location that comes to mind, which is basically the high of yesterday. Isn't that not yesterday? High of yesterday, right? Mm. The high of yesterday was 40,000. That looks like a reasonable level to pull back to on Bitcoin. That could happen tomorrow, but I think it happens after it hits 48,000. It could break 48,000, in which case you're probably looking at 47.5. And then you got to get a pullback somewhere. It's not going straight to new highs, is it? I would be shocked.
I would be shocked too.
But it wouldn't be the first time that I was shocked. So who knows? I just don't think it's likely. But I mean, I didn't think the run up to 43,000, 44,000 would be this quick. So taken by surprise. I'm pleased, but I'm taken by surprise. Coin. COIN. This has had a beautiful run from like $50, right?
Yeah.
Loading interactive chart. So where is it? I got too many screens, maybe? This looks more parabolic than even Bitcoin.
I know. I'm getting a little scared.
I think it's time to take out the scissors.
Start trimming a little, yeah. It's following a long-term trend line, but now it's just broke just broke resistance.
Yeah, let's take a look at the longer term chart. I'm very slow on this laptop. I click things and nothing happens. I click the 5 year, nothing happened. So today's candle, is this today's candle? Yeah. So it was red, today's candle, right? It was red,
It was red.
even though it jumped to a new high. This could be an exhaustion candle where it jumps up and gives ready to give back. I wouldn't be surprised if all the Bitcoin plays give back substantial amount tomorrow. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue on up either. So nothing would shock me here. Nothing. Either way, I wouldn't be shocked. Why can't I get a long-term chart? Very slow. Oh, there we go. On coin. It's taken out all kinds of resistance here. It even took out going back to 8/2022. It took out I don't know what this line is. 116 was the high back then. I took that out a long time ago. So the next major high is way up here at about $200.
Yeah, back in October. When
Yeah, so you don't want to get out of this completely. If you want to trim, you keep some and you look to buy it back lower. I guess
we're certainly at the top of a channel.
You might look for a pullback to the old high here, which is around 105. That would be a major pullback, right?
Right.
I can't stand how slow this machine is. We're trading now at 140, so 105 would be 20%. It's more than 20%. So that 25% around, significant. Let's take a look at the NVIDIA. I'm still in it. Haven't touched my position. Kamal, who's usually got good timing, sold today. It was up 10 on the day. In other words, you sold just about at where it closed.
I sold 465.
Yeah, just about where it closed. What we remarked on this one a while ago, Professor Spike, was the concavity looking like.
Could you do the 6 months? Do the 6 months chart?
You could see the concave down look to it on the 6-month chart. I gotta wait. I don't like waiting.
Yeah, I know. Waiting is the hardest part.
We have to tell a joke while we're waiting.
You know what I'm doing? I'm clicking on the 6 months for you.
Yeah, but that's not helping me.
Well, you're just annoying it.
This is what is this saying? Wait?
Just
I'm not waiting.
Yeah.
Finally.
Click one more time. That's not still 6 months. Click 6 months.
Now it is.
Yeah, you see the green. Is that the 9-day thing you have?
The concavity is the 12-day. Green is 12. 12-day, but it pulled back to the 50 today. It touched the 50 yesterday and today. Yesterday and today. Why does it want me to wait? You see, it's at the 100 and the 50 together right now.
Right.
That's how it looks, yeah.
But the concave, I was basically still got some room to go, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely
concaving down. That's why I sold today, and I thought I'll probably buy it again, later this week.
Yeah. Kind of looks like a reverse cup and handle almost. sort of. It just, the look feel of the chart is not so great, but the fact that it did not break below the 100 is a good sign. Today's candle basically engulfs, close to engulfing, not quite. It's a very good candle today. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. I'm not day trading it. I'm not swing trading it at this point. I'm just looking to basically add on dips.
Right.
So unless it runs quickly to a new high, I'm probably not going to trim any. I'm probably not going to sell any, I might add. Whereas Amazon, I actually pulled out a little money. I didn't really pull out much. I just sold some calls. I could click on Amazon, but
Yeah.
it's so damn slow. Let's see what this is. MicroStrategy. It broke out. Look, if you see my line,
Yeah.
it broke above it, which means it's a buy signal. That's why I sold, right? Makes sense. Well, I sold at 5.
It made a big jump today.
Yeah, it broke out above the resistance. So it looks like the next resistance, if any, is up here around 621. I think it's heading there at least. Probably more higher. If Bitcoin goes to 48,000, it should go higher. So I don't know. It's got a buy signal basically. We have a buy signal, a complete break of resistance here. See how tomorrow's candle looks. All right. We get a confirmation of that. It could be going up to 900. I mean, it's crazy. Bitcoin could be going up to 60,000 before this run is it comes through a little bit of an end. It's as big a run for Bitcoin that I can remember in a long time, from 16 to 44. Right? That's huge. Almost a triple inside of 6 months. Bitcoin is flying really. SPY. It doesn't like 460, does it? So if you get a red candle tomorrow, you might want to play this down to, say, what I say, 435, 437, something like that. I think it could give back. Vulnerable. SPY is vulnerable. With a break of 460, we're making new highs. Either way, so tomorrow's candle could be very meaningful for SPY. To point the way. What's your best guess, so to speak? Up or down on SPY, guys?
I think we're bouncing off of resistance a little.
Yeah.
And so at least for the next couple of weeks, we have a little turmoil.
Yeah, I think the same. It challenged 460s, it backed away today, and if it backs away tomorrow, I think it's probably time to get some protection on SPY. Maybe
I'm just using it as an opportunity to wait for it to go to the bottom of the channel.
maybe write some calls on SPY. Get some
If you have
income.
them, right? Call them if you have them.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the Qs.
Short them if you have them.
Yeah. No, I don't know about just write the call.
Well, I mean, by writing the calls, you're essentially shorting them.
That's true. You know what, we're setting up for a total island reversal. It's a perfect setup. If you get a gap down, like tomorrow, this thing is going to go right down to the 50 or the 100, which are together. You're looking at a drop to three.
You do have a what goes up must come down kind of scenario.
Yeah, I'm looking
parabolic.
I'm looking at 370, 375.
Easy.
Which would be 370 would be 17 points, which would be about 5%. 5% correction. I could see that happening. All right, that's only a pullback. If I say correction, that implies something different. That implies 10% or more.
Hitting the black line.
Yeah, the black line is the 200. It's not going there. If we get a pullback, it'll be a small pullback, like before Christmas. Let's say Christmas, Santa Claus usually shows up about a week before Christmas.
Right.
In the market. So the next 2 weeks, not particularly strong weeks, I don't think, seasonally, I mean. And I guess that the topping process on the cues, you got to be a little wary. Got to be a little wary. Mike Wilson was very wary again. He was on the podcast with the wise guys from Fast Money. Spent about half an hour bullshitting about everything, and they were talking about how wonderful call he made at the end of the year, that to go long after the when it got up to about, I don't remember, 410, he said go long, and they were giving him all kinds of accolades. How about the call he made that it was going to 330? By 330, he called. They forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's the greatest again, greatest of all times. Look at this trend line, major trend line thing. And I'm NVIDIA. I'm back on NVIDIA. How do I keep getting that?
Yeah, exactly. How'd that happen?
Anyway, it's got the rounded top, the concave down, but it's sitting at what could be support, right? And that the trend line plus 100 plus the 50. So I'm still a buyer on NVIDIA.
Can you check Andrew's comment? Andrew's comment on NVIDIA.
Whose comment? Andrew?
Yeah.
What about the PE ratio of NVIDIA?
Right.
Where did he say that?
Second to last.
No, the one
Oh,
above it.
earlier. Yeah.
That's the last. There you go.
NVIDIA has a PE of 60 times and price book of 34 times. Seems very overvalued. Not based on expected growth. So not overvalued.
That's unpassed.
I disagree. I think fundamentally it's not overvalued either. So technically it looks okay sitting at support. And I think fundamentals are okay. Maybe not outstanding, but okay. And I'm in it to win it with NVIDIA. I see no reason I see no reason to sell it now. 600 is around the corner for NVIDIA. All right, what else?
Somebody asked for PLTR.
Palantir? PLTR.
Yeah, I've been hearing some good stuff lately, but it seems to be a bit on its hair. Like it's a little too late.
Yeah, probably too late. But I'd rather be in NVIDIA and SMCI. Big red candle today. My estimation, if it doesn't hold the 50, this is actually, there's no reason to be in this. It had its run. My feeling is it's a sell, but that's just my feeling. Our opinions are strictly our own, not investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. You can argue that it came close to the 50, and maybe that's gone down enough. The recent high was 21, 95, 85, something like that. So it's off its highs. Where could it go? I think it can go right back down here to 1455.
That looks like a strong support there. You see how many times, how many?
Yeah, no, it's definitely support there. Actually, there's a bit of an increasing line there. of support.
Yeah,
It just looks like it's headed towards the bottom of its range.
yeah, but I don't trust this one. I mean, for a AI play, I don't trust it. You're looking at that 1450 area. If it doesn't hold the 50 and the 100, it's going to go down more. So that's very key levels to watch. The 50 and the 100. The 100 is at what is that at? 1582, 1682. So that better hold, otherwise it's going right back down. I don't like it. There are better plays in my mind than this one. What else?
Well, if you could pick it up at 15, then it might be worth it.
Amazon looks kind of toppy to me. So even though it was a good candle today, I felt it was a good time to write some call options out of the money. I wrote two week options with a strike of 152. I got 80 cents a pop. I'm pretty happy. I think that's a pretty good bet. Get a little interest, so to speak, on my position. I only wrote it on a small part of my position, maybe 30%. Probably not even 30%. I'd have to compute the percent, but it's decided to hedge a little bit with Amazon. And what else did I list? SMCI. This one had some major dilution, right?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with this one.
Well, it diluted to the sales price was 260 for 2.5 million shares, and it went below the 260 already. Remember, I told you it always goes down to the sales price, almost always. So, where is the horizontal?
You put a line way too down, too far down. Just bring it back up.
Oh, I see. Right about that. We're sitting basically at support. I like SMCI. Of course, you can trade it up to the highs, and I think you get out. You don't have to stay in it. If you swing it a little up, swing it to 305 or 300 even. It looks like the money you made from nvda should go right into SMCI, Kamal.
I'm tempted, yes.
And then if you're wrong, you get out quick. You take a small hit, because you don't want to go all the way down to the recent low of where is that 226. You don't want to ride at that. So you'd have to have a tight stop loss below 255, maybe 250. You'd have to be willing to lose 12 points to make 40. That's the bet on SMCI. I like that bet.
1 to 3.
I may not swing it. I may just continue to add to my position. I have a nice position. Might just add to it. I like SMCI. I like nvda. Those are probably my two favorite tech plays right now to be adding to anyway.
Are you still playing U or not? Unity.
Still in you. I don't know why I'm still in you, but I'm still in you. I'm making money on it, so I could get out. Today's candle wasn't so hotsy-totsy.
I sold you.
Yeah, and probably the right thing to do. I could take my profits on you. Why not? I mean, it's trading in a tight range now, but I think between the 50 and the 100. 50 is 28.50, and the 100 is like what is it? 30, I can't read it, 33. So I think it's basically in the middle of its trading range right now. You want to stay in, that's fine. You want to get out, that's also fine. I have mixed feelings about you. Look right in the middle of that big green candle, Professor Spike. I always like that for a stopping point.
Yeah, I see that.
So
It's uncanny, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. So it stopped exactly in the middle, or very close.
Yeah, very uncanny.
Maybe it may very well test the 100.
Yeah, I mean, because overall it's an upward trend, but it's got to catch the bottom of it first.
It's a little bit of a trend line going up. I could draw it in if you want.
You could probably pick it up at 30 or even 29.
Maybe it's going to be some time before it gets revenues from the Apple Vision Pro, but I think that'll happen. It's a nice trend line. If it continues down, the trend line might be pretty come into play right about here at about 29.85. What did you say? 30?
Yeah. Well, I was going through the middle of that big green candle.
Well, 29.85, roughly 30. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So my line's just a little bit less steep than yours because I went to the middle of the green candle.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good location, 30, right around there.
Yeah.
If you want to buy.
Well, or at least average into a decent price.
Yeah, it's a nice looking trend line. What else did I have listed there? Do you remember?
Yeah, the spiders, the Qs, XBI, Bitcoin, IWM, MicroStrategies, NVIDIA, Anvs, and SMCI. So you didn't do XBI, and you didn't do
XBI is definitely breaking out. It's closed above the 200. It's finally in bull territory. One more candle to confirm the move, It's had a big run, but it's looking pretty damn good, especially compared to SPY, let's say. Maybe we're finally seeing the rotation out of the big tech stocks into the biodrec. Biodrec is heating up, as witnessed by Anvs and AVXL, two of my holdings that I don't know what to do with. They moved up too much. Maybe I get rid of it. Not sure. Let's take a look at Anvs. But this is showing very bullish signs. Can't deny it. Not to be denied. Labu, maybe. Maybe Labu for a quick in and out. Remember not to hold it for long. Anvs 1030 up 45 cents today. Don't like today's candle. Came back to the 100. Might have been a good time to sell at the top of today's candle, but I can't do that anymore. Too late. I don't know what to do. What do I do with the Novus? Buy, sell, or hold? I think it's an
I'm just holding on like a Bronco buck.
I think that's the thing to do. Okay. Hope to get lucky with the data.
Well, but data is not anytime soon, right?
No, I think they said the end of January. It's not anytime soon now. You got to wait 2 months. And in 2 months is forever with the stock market, right?
Yes.
Forever. So I don't know. I could take profits, hope for a dip and get back in, or I'm not adding. I'm just going to sit with it probably. My feeling is it's a hold for me. I don't know about you, but it's a hold for me. What about you, Spike? A hold?
Yep.
I'm not going to buy. I don't like that
It's
pullback
not,
today.
let's put it this way: if I bail now, I'm not going to make any. I'm only going to lose money, so I might as well just hold on to it.
Yeah, I think
And I'm
it's a
not buying new because I can't trust it anymore.
yeah. What was the other? There was one more.
The other one that you didn't do, you already did IWM. You didn't do,
IWM.
and then we got to go because it's after our half hour.
All right. We lost today in IWM,
Yeah,
1.34, but it's had a couple of really nice candles. Broke out above the 200. I think you pull back to the middle of the green candle and you take a little bit of money, or you invest a little on this IWM. I think it's time. Maybe it gets a little play.
but that the broader market is actually going to start showing some after the big seven. Finally, give it all back.
Yeah, roughly the top of this candle, which was very bearish, is doji at 180. What is that? 181. 181. I think I might take a little shot right around there. It
Yeah,
looks like
no,
if you go back, like Kamal likes to go back, it's got a lot of hits at 181.
yeah. No, typically speaking, this was for a long while this was at 210s, but that was when the market was very lofty.
Wasn't
So I think this
180,
this is
180,
right about 190.
180 to 190 was the bottom for a long time.
Yeah, it was ranging between that and 210.
Yeah, yeah. So it's where it feels comfortable being in terms of the price over the last 5 years anyway. I'd like to take a look at the 5 years.
Yeah, it's worth it. It says that lofty period where it was up there for a while.
Yeah. I think if you look at the period from here till here, I don't know how, let's see in terms of the dates. From 11/23/2020 until about here, until 5/2/2022, year and a half, it traded above this line. So it's been up there. This has been like the support area in the past.
Do you see that horizontal channel there?
Yeah,
Yes.
the new one. It's the old floor is the new ceiling at 200.
Yeah. Yeah. I drew it in, Kamal.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's 202, roughly. All right, so that's it.
Yep.
Okay. Have a good
We
night,
got,
guys.
we got a lot of people showed up. Let me
Yeah,
acknowledge
we had a good crowd.
Linus and Curtis and Andrew and whoever else came. Thanks for coming, and be well and happy trading, and hope you make $1 million before the end of the year. Is that possible? That's possible. In the
That'd be
market,
nice.
anything is possible. $1 million by the end of the year, Kamal. You hear that? You can
Yes.
do it, man. You can do it. Take care, everybody. Ciao.
Okay, bye all.